All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing Armored Core 6 again. And today we're starting on the last thing that we have to do for not just this 100%, but for the entire series of 100%. Sorry, I have the hiccups a little bit. That being the S ranks. It shouldn't be that bad from what I've heard. I've heard people say that AC6's S ranks are pretty easy aside from a couple. But I don't know. I don't know what exactly I'm getting into. I honestly don't even really know how they judge rank in 6. I think it's mostly just your like profit for the mission. You know, how much money you brought in versus how much you spent in costs. I don't know. I've heard that time factors in to some degree, but not like a ton. I really don't know what exactly I'm getting into. We really are just winging it. Uh-oh. Right as I tried to... There we go. And hold on. Wait a minute. S rank everything without losing your mind. I've heard it's not that bad. Granted, there are a lot of missions, but it's Armored Core. If I did Silent Line and both of the Gen 4 games and both of the Gen 5 games, I think I got this. From what I've heard, at least. But especially, I'm looking at you, Armored Core 5. That was fucked up. A couple of multiple hour-long attempts on some missions. Fucking... God, the Armored Core 5 S ranks were so bad. I don't want to do that ever again. Thankfully, I shouldn't have to. What is new? Oh. It was a shoulder weapon. Will this be the last AC stream? No. No, it'll take at least a couple streams. There are just a lot of missions to get through. Oh, the Coral missile launcher. Okay, that makes sense. Just buy what I can with the money I've got. We're building up the collection. The part collection will come together while doing the S ranks, surely. All right, we'll see how it goes. Some of them are super easy, most of them aren't bad, but a few of them. Oh, this one, I forget that I get locked into the preset starting build for this mission. I can't even bring my boy that was just breezing through NG++. Oh, this cutscene does not get skipped.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
I should put the game back in Japanese.
Handler Walter verified.
I think that would be fun. For the S ranks?
Cerebral coral control device. Augmented human.
I think I will.
C4621 has awakened.
Time to get to work,
Relative.
621.
Walter moment. I love that I just heard Walter's voice and immediately was like, we should go back to Japanese. He is, I love the Japanese Walter, and I like Walter in English a lot. But now that I've heard like a lot of Japanese Walter, I feel like I can't go back. Hello? Change this man's mind. A lot of the characters I do like more in English, but there are a handful of them that are just so much better in Japanese. Walter being one of them.
Your position is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Should be easy, right? Even with the
System activating
the
combat
good old
mode.
loader 4, this shouldn't be too bad. At least I hope not. Man, this game still just feels so fast. Compared to old Armored Core, even in a build like this, I feel like I am just zooming around. Oh. I can kick, right? I should be able to kick. We're S ranking. We're S ranking. It's happening.
Your AC's taking damage. Patch it up.
No,
See the contaminated city down
I don't
there?
think I will.
That's where you're landing. Access the catapult.
The best original Halo trilogy mission. The best, like, single mission from the original trilogy.
Time to fly, 621.
It's so hard, like, averaging out every aspect. Like, I can think of, you know,
Rubicon's coral.
what has the best level design,
Plenty for
what has the
work.
best story, but trying to, like, average it all out is hard. Because I wanted to say Guilty Spark, but Guilty Spark's level design is not very interesting.
Enough chat, back to work. Scavenge the AC racks ahead and find a valid mercenary license. We're illegals here. You'll
Can't
need
kick
ID
even
to
with the ability?
operate.
Bullshit. Hold on. I have to test it now. No, you're right. I can't kick.
Guerrillas from Liberation Front. They'll get in the way of our work. Eliminate them. I'm picking up signals from AC Rex.
Why is that question so hard?
Follow the markers.
It's got to be something from Halo 3, certainly. Like, if I'm averaging out everything,
Find out who they're working for.
because Halo 3 in general is like,
Shields.
it doesn't do any one thing the best, but it's like the most consistently good Halo game, because it doesn't do much wrong either. So it's probably something from 3.
I'll analyze it from my end. This one's already expired. Keep looking.
The Covenant. It's the Covenant from Halo 3.
What?
I feel like that's a safe answer. The one where you land on the beach
Planetside force.
and then you go up to like the towers and you fight the brutes and then like halfway the flood shows up. That one. If I was like averaging out like story, sandbox, level design, like everything Halo, and I had to pick one best mission from the trilogy, it's the Covenant.
John fucking Schneider on Corp AC. Wait, is that an independent? Destroy it!
You're outnumbered 6-1.
I feel so naked in this AC. I'm missing like all of my fancy Gen 6 bullshit. My bad. Speed, damage taken, and enemies killed. Speed is important. Yeah, I've heard a lot of conflicting things on how they measure the ranking here. I'm sure I could just Google it and figure it out, but at least for the early missions, I'm assuming that just, you know, playing relatively quickly, killing lots of enemies, and not getting hit will do us just fine for like a while.
Let's see about this license. Corp license, easily traced. Forget it.
We going all the way up now?
Rec 621.
Helicopter fight?
Transmitting marker. Go and check it out.
Yeah, okay. Just don't ever take damage. Yeah, armored core no damage run.
You can use that vertical catapult.
Hey, some people have done spliced no damage runs. It is possible in theory.
Accessing the rec.
I don't think anyone's ever done, correct me if I'm wrong, I might just not have heard of it. I don't think anyone has pulled off like an actual, like live front to back no damage run of the game.
Registration number RB23.
But I know some people have completed the entire game
Sign.
in like spliced no damage runs. There's a couple guys who have done it now. I can't remember either of their names, but I've seen a couple going around that have actually pulled it off, just spliced, not live,
Doesn't matter.
not in like one go.
Enough to ID you. You've got them now. They can kill 621.
Oh, and we're flying out of bounds. What a bitch.
What we came for. Time to lose that 621.
Oh, come on. Whoa. That was a lot of damage. Okay. Beat the Balteus mission, no damage. Felt pretty good. That would be a good one. Balteus is a great boss.
Heavy combat helicopter is down. That's all for our work here today, 621. Here's the
Oh,
call
okay.
sign.
Speed
That
and
license
damage
picked up.
taken doesn't seem the most important.
Raven.
Missions where you get money for kills, you need a certain amount. Okay. That's gotta be S? I would hope so. But I did, like, I took a bit of damage. Okay, that's S. I don't know how strict it's going to be. So even then, I wasn't super sure. I felt like that could have been like an A or a B or something. Okay. If it's gonna be around that level, I think we're fine. And that's the only mission where I have to use loader for. I get to use Rebel for the rest of it, which is gonna make it a hell of a lot easier.
As long as it gets done.
I think there's like a rank tool for AC6 where you can put in different values and see what's within S rank. Oh. That's basically the hardest mission to S rank, so the rest should be a walk. Is it really? It wasn't that bad.
Mission.
One down. How many to go? How many in total?
Fronts, artillery placements.
Including like alts and everything like that. Oh yeah, now we're flying a real mech. This is my boy right here.
That's one of the artillery placements.
Oops, I meant to swap back. I'm
Attack it from behind.
a bit rusty. It's been like a week since we last played and finished it up and everything.
There's only
We're clear here. Move on to the next site, 621.
Just burn it. It's a coral gen. Just burn it.
You're up against mass-produced MTs. Eliminate them as necessary.
protect the, whatever it's called,
Give them another inch.
the Strider,
Bend the artillery.
that one probably will be bad. I can imagine. Granted, I could just bring, like, a bazooka or something. Because everything... Ow! Everything in that mission is weak to explosives. But doing it with this sort of setup, it would be hard.
2 repair kits remaining.
Damn it. I should have reloaded.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
That's how I did it? Yeah. That would do it. You know, I think we might be fine doing all this. I think so far so good, at least. And this mission should not be bad.
You've got ID. Now you need a rep.
Feels so weird.
Get their attention, 621.
Did we ever do user submitted ACs? I didn't. Because I ended up just making something new for like every chapter, the first couple runs, and the New Game Plus Plus, I just ran my signature like the whole way. Oh, I said I was gonna put it back to Japanese. I should do that.
Commence mission.
I feel like S ranks, just replaying random missions, that's a good time to do it.
Enemy attack! 1 AC!
Looks like the Archivist group hired some muscle.
It brings out the anime qualities of the game even more.
Intercepting!
They're just mass-produced.
Hearing all the characters speak in their
621.
native tongues.
This AC pile is sharp.
Focus your fire! Efforts turn through us.
Damn it!
There we go.
Archivist really scored this time.
Only a few targets left. 621, wait. I'm picking up new enemy signatures. Looks like reinforcements. Eliminate them.
I feel like I haven't touched my my Gatling gun yet. Just because early game, everything dies to the Etsugens in like 1 or 2 bursts. And then even the shield guys. I just don't need it. Really sad there are no multiplayer achievements.
Eliminated.
If there were, I probably would have gotten them during the S rank climb way back. Forgot about Japanese being an option, gonna enjoy it this time, I'm telling you. Walter's Japanese voice actor is crazy. He's so good. Hold on. Yeah, I figured that a death would definitely kill an S rank run. Yeah, I can't take advantage of like a good checkpoint the way I normally can in this game. To be fair, the checkpoints in this game probably shouldn't respawn you with like full, you know, health, ammo, everything. Maybe that's just me. I don't think the criteria are too strict. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it if it's just an easy, like, yeah, you play pretty well, don't die, you'll be fine. Isn't as bad as you think, really. The game just stole my mouse right as it got out.
Main system 戦闘モード起動。
Hold on. Okay, this Reddit thread is like 2 years old. And it's a lot of people who did not know how it worked, and they were trying to like theorize and figure it out collectively. That's actually kind of most of them. Oh, okay, I found the rank calculator. Oh yeah, wow, it's by mission. It's... Okay, it's calculated, they have it, because they have the formula. Here we go. Mission rank is calculated from a combination of repair costs, ammo costs, clear time in seconds, and points, which mainly come from defeated enemies. So, kill things, don't spend too much money, go fast. S rank. Winning formula. That's all I need. They literally have like a drop down that's like, how does the S rank system work? And they just have a couple paragraphs there for it. Matching weapons. We did that in, was it AC5? It was 5. I was like, was that 5 or Verdict Day? During AC5, I made a full, like, American AC and called it AC Freedom. He had, like, a star pattern on him. He was red, white, and blue. Had a bunch of big guns. We did that during the 5 100%. Ow. Ooh, my bad. Good night. The star pattern is back in this game. We could rebuild him. AC Freedom was a really good one. I used it a lot too, because it was actually a pretty good build. Hold on. I just finished the OG Armored Core 100%. Was really good on PS5. And could even change the controls to something more modern, but who would do this? Yeah, I heard that you can rebind like the camera and the movement to the thumbsticks, but it's still digital input instead of analog, so even if you do it, it's kind of wonky on the new PlayStation port. So I heard a lot of people tried to bind the controls to the thumbsticks, but then because it felt weird, a lot of them just went back anyway. Plus, if you are on PS5, the PS5 controller has an awesome D-pad. Like, such a good D-pad. I love the DualSense's D-pad so much. It actually might be my favorite, like, out of all the current first-party controllers on the market. That probably is my favorite D-pad. Wouldn't be as powerful as the OG AC Freedom due to no autocannons, but still, quad gats. That's true. Quad gats are an option. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, sorry to do this to you. Yeah. Yeah. Cost 30 billion comb to fire this weapon for 6 seconds. Could you imagine the actual, like, costs of an AC? Like this? Like, fucking AC Rebel? How much it would cost just to fire off, like, a magazine of an Etsugen? Or to fire, like, a quick burst out of the shoulder gat? Just anything. Just imagine how much that shit would cost. Oh, yeah, we have to do... Well... When I do the alt, I don't have to fight I don't have to fight Iguazu and his name will come to me. Hold on, Iguazu and Volta. Do I? Unless they pay out credits. I don't know if they do. Oh, but I probably do because the actual pay of the mission gets doubled when you do. Never mind. You do? Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, could I just play the same mission and say no and still get my S rank? But yeah, because the total, like, payment doubles when you do fight them, they probably made the requirement high enough that you need to. I'm still tempted to experiment when I go to the other one. But I would assume that you have to. It would only make sense that way. Oh. I prefer the double Ludlows again. I have never been a big Ludlow enjoyer. So I'm gonna say big no. Etsugens have always been my favorite. And I've never been that big on the Ludlows. I've always thought they were fine, but I've never really, like, loved them. I think I get less enjoyment out of them than most people do. I just never clicked with the Ludlows. Or really any of the other machine guns in this game, to be honest with you. What are the other ones called? Not the ones that they added, like the big heavy ones, but the other, like, machine guns that you get a little later into the game. I was never huge on those either. Yeah, the Chang Chen. That's it. I was never huge on those. Oh, that's right. I tried to, like, tap for missiles, but I don't have missiles on this build. I don't know where that muscle memory came from. AC running now is super fun. Dude, this was what I ended up putting together way back when the game came out. The only difference is the shoulder gat is new, because obviously that wasn't in the game at the time. That's new as of me making it for NG++, but the Etsugens and the Redshift and everything else, it's the same build that I put together back at launch a year and a half ago, a little more than a year and a half ago. And I've always loved this setup. It's so perfectly my playstyle. It just melts through things. I love it. I love it. We'll see. Should I try to do the alt without... Wait, hold on. I have the calculator. Wait a minute. Okay, attack. Oh, there's gonna be, yeah, there we go. I had to scroll down for it. Mark, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, red guns defeated is required. Like literally just there's a bool in there for whether or not you fought the red guns. So we have to. I was curious. I was like, what if you could play the alt and just not fight them? Get the S rank anyway. But there's literally like a checkbox for it. It's a variable in there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a calculator, right? Yeah, no, if you don't fight the red guns, even if you play the rest of the mission perfectly, you get a D rank. No matter what. I was like, it's a calculator, I can play around with it. But as long as that is not checked, you get a D rank regardless of how well you do.
Just turn around and there's this big figure just pounding me.
Classy. It is Saturday after all. Alright, hold on. Need to get my shades on. Where are they? Alright, we're doing it in style, I guess. Oh, tracking. It's a close range build. Certainly. Doesn't do too well at medium to long ranges. It's just not built for it. When we did the NG++ run in this build, I first tried the other two. So I think we'll be fine. Which one do I want to fight first? Probably Iguazu. Volta will have a harder time catching up to us. So, I think he goes first. Let me at him. Okay. Fun catch. I didn't play this in Japanese. And my Japanese still isn't great, but I catch things, right? Fun catch there is Iguazu, when you start shooting him, calls you a bastard, like immediately. It's the first thing out of his mouth when he starts talking. He calls you a bastard. Oh, Volta's here. Hello. Didn't see you there. Not too bad. Not too bad.
4およびガンズ5レッドガン2名の撃破を確認した
I only ended up using one heal, and I was about to use a second one.
火は俺に回しとけ
But I feel like that's probably,
ふざけた変則にしてくれたな
at least from what I've seen so far, I feel like that's probably an S rank. I no longer believe that we're getting a standalone, Jesus, these hiccups, expansion, and the world is just a bit more gray as a result. Yeah, it's one of those things where just the longer that we don't hear anything on it, the less hope I have for it, certainly. I'm still holding out a little bit. Still praying before I go to bed at night. You know, asking the big man upstairs for an Armored Core 6 expansion, please. But definitely the longer we go without hearing anything, the harder it becomes to believe.
ストライダーを潰す
How long did it take to announce Elden Ring DLC? I think it took about a year after its initial release, right? Or am I mistaken? Yeah. Yeah, it was about a year. Give a little bit of change, but
戦闘モード起動
it was about a year of silence, and then they announced that they were making one,
陣の先に選ぶ
and then it was about another year of silence before we started getting like actual trailers and stuff after the initial announcement.
AC だと企業の犬かアイボール起動
So it took a bit, but it didn't take this long, which is also a little worrying.
ルビコンと共にあれ
Oh, that laser that I can never dodge. That's some scary shit. I panic mashed a little bit. Just get me up there.
ストライダーの懐に入ったようだな
So yeah, apparently enemies killed, it doesn't really matter according to the calculator site unless they are paying credits on that mission. So if it's one where I'm getting like a bonus for every enemy killed, then I should be going out of my way for it. But if not, then it's not gonna necessarily help.
ストライダーの脚部破損を確認した
From please.
倒れるぞ
I really,
これだけの巨体だ
it would be such a shame to not get an expansion for 6. 6 is just so nice.
これで看板への足がかりができた
この AC 侮れんぞ
But I've talked about it before, like I could see from like their business standpoint why they might put their resources elsewhere, but I would still just obviously love an expansion for 6.
の破壊を確認した残りは3つだ
Because 6 didn't perform poorly or anything, like by no means, but it didn't perform to the scale of like modern FromSoft, right? Though to be fair, like 99% of video games don't. It's nothing against AC6.
今こそ見せるのだ対価の入りしてきたこれ以上は
I should have just waited.
あと1つ
I think we'll be fine anyway. Call me crazy.
全てのサブジェネレーターを破壊したようだなアイボールの
But I could have taken even less damage.
ためにもここからはお前の宿敵だ仕上げに入る
I just leave? Is it really that fast in Rebel?
トライダーが
That's crazy. I feel like I just blew through it.
確認したやはりな行き場を失ったエネルギーが暴走している距離を取れ621ストライダーから離れるんだ
I do believe we'll get 7. Yeah, they talked about, what's it? Like, in an interview, they said that they want to do more Armored Core in the future, but they just didn't have, like, any specific plans for what or when that would be.
見ろ621
But there is a desire at FromSoft to do more Armored Core. Just, it might not be an expansion for 6. If we don't hear anything by the end of the year, I'll be convinced that's it. We'll never get any Armored Core again. No. But yeah, 6 did sell better than they expected it to. Which is a good thing. Another S. I haven't gotten anything but S yet. We just keep her going. You know what? Let me look at the calculator. How hard could this be? Escort. Weaponized mining ship. This one might be hard with this build. I say, fuck it, we ball. Try it at least once. See what happens. HD remasters would be great just for making them more accessible, like one right now. You know, not that I have any sort of connection to an Armored Core dedicated YouTube channel where I would hear these things outside of this channel, but a lot of like newer players who got in with AC6 are going back and playing Gen 1 right now, like literally this week, just because it's on PS5 and PS4 now, which has made it so much easier for newcomers to just pick up the Gen 1 games and actually try them. I've been hearing a lot of people like who are newer AC players, only played this, going back and playing Gen 1 like this last week or so and loving it. Oh, I didn't mean to hold both bumpers. So just stuff like that even is good for like long-term stability for the series, if nothing else. Oh, come on, tracking. I know you're a close-range build, but Jesus. That was brutal. All right, big wheels. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Huge. Wheels go first. See, two repair kits is where I start to feel like I'm maybe not getting an S. Call me crazy. But that definitely does not feel like S rank material. We'll see. I said we'd give it 1. Okay, 3 though? No way. Unless they made this one really lenient. I thought there was a wheel alive for a second there. I thought I missed one. That was some goofy shit. This is the missile spam. Yeah, I don't think this build is gonna be the one. I think explosives. Explosive spam is the way. You know what? I'll take a B for that, to be honest. I'll take it. That works for me. But here's what we do. First, I make sure that this is saved. The name isn't right. God damn it. I never changed the name. There. Saved properly. And then, here's what we do, right? We do a little bit of this. Yeah. And a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. And then a little bit of this. That's these things. I was like, what is there even a timer on for? I was confused. And, oh, hold on. I went way too far. Oh, I don't think I own them on the left yet. I don't. But that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oops, that was right. And then I need some. Yeah. Yeah, that should do it. Double zim, double needle. Oh, I bet that does work. Just for catching them as they zip by. On the old PS4. First name, last name, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. You think this is enough? You think these are enough missiles? I don't know. I don't know if I brought enough. Wasn't all too difficult. I had a lot of fun. That's the first time that I didn't get the S rank first try. And that was, you know, knowing that I was going in with a build that probably wouldn't work. But I just said, let's see what I can get anyway. A little bit of that. That action right there. Oh wow, you guys do have a bit of health. More than I expected, actually. Ah! Okay. Get him. Get him. Ow. I still need to watch those missiles. Clearly. Might not be the best, actually. Yeah, I feel like I might be a little too slow. I was just thinking of the hover, right? But I might not have the mobility that I need here. Oh. was just unnecessary. Where's the last one? Oh no, they all missed because, okay. That should do it. Oh, there you are. Ow. Lamb won't be able to carry all this. Granted, I don't even know if all this is necessary, but it wouldn't be able to carry this much weight, that's for sure. Why not overkill it, right? I don't need this much firepower, but when have I ever wanted less firepower in my Armored Core game? Hear me out. Maybe with like pulse armor. I don't think that'll do it, but it was already better. I could try it. The other quads were able to carry all this, and I think they should be quicker. This is an acceptable missile boat scenario. Okay. A rank. Fuck. Much faster. The siege tracking was kind of carrying. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think speed is the issue. The issue is just I'm getting hit too much. I don't even have Lamb purchased. The legs at least, but yeah, see. The weight, well, okay, hold on a second. What's something real expensive here? The HAL legs? I'm not using those right now. Mine beta legs, not using those either. I hate what I have become. The frame will make up the weight. I hate that I'm doing this. I can't read. There. I've become the very thing I sought to destroy. Lamb missile boat. Wheelchair probably would work too. This should be plenty. There they are. Coral Gen, come on. The siege launchers are awesome. God bless Cinder Carla. I could have changed the boosters too to get better upward thrust. I did not think this through all the way. Something tells me that this is going to work out anyway. Oh, those are all going to hit the ground. Oh, shit. Where the fuck is he? He's right beneath me. It's like, where am I getting hit by missiles from? If I had the bubble, this would work better too. I think that this will be plenty though. Yeah, classy like 40-ish missiles right there. As you do. Totally reasonable amount. Where's this other wheel? Hello? Fuck that wheel. Oh, I didn't have lock on. Ignore me. Don't look. Oh, a wheel is still alive. How did you survive? This'll be S. This right here, this'll do it. Oh my god, he survived. Where's the wheel at? Fuck. Right under me. How do they do this? Okay, thank God. Is there any Soulsborne DNA in Armored Core? Definitely there is in 6, certainly, but not a lot. And even then, a lot of, I guess the better way to look at it is there's some, oh, that was only A. I've got to be close. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Sorry. A better way of looking at it is there's a lot of classic Armored Core DNA in Soulsborne. Not so much in like gameplay, but in systems design, absolutely. Now, a bazooka might be, or a grenade launcher. They don't call them bazookas anymore. Oh no, they do. They do. There's a difference. Something like this might be a play. What has good explosive damage and impact? The Dizzy. Can't carry 2 of those. So I could probably compromise with... This is the lightweight one. Could I carry 2 of these? And then shoulder missile it up? I could carry 2 of these and shoulder missile it up. Earshot. Don't tempt me. The, what's it? The grenade launchers are just more to... I guess I probably only need 1, actually. Let me... That's my left arm, yeah. Let me keep 1 of the siege launchers. Because the tracking on these are great. I love them. But I want a little pocket grenade launcher just to more easily deal with something if it's close up. The hidden stats started with AC. Yeah, Armored Core games playing like a spreadsheet, or sorry, Souls games, no, FromSoft games playing like glorified spreadsheets started with Armored Core. The Poison Swamp gimmick came from Armored Core. Not literal, like it's a different skin, but you'll get to certain levels in those old AC games and you'll be like, oh, this is a poison swamp. Yeah, poise and armor weight and all that. There's a lot that when you go back and play Armored Core, as a Souls fan, you're like, oh, so much of what FromSoft has done forever started here. Like, they've been doing it even longer than you realize. Huh. Wait. What did I just witness? Does it explode on a, like, short-range timer? I gotta stop him first. How's S rank going? We first tried everything until this mission, and now I'm just trying to build cheese it a little bit. And I have become the lamb missile boat. Did he just teleport? Do my eyes deceive me? The fuck was that? I am become death. Lamb missile boat. He's still alive, son of a bitch. Forgot I threw this on. That was a big improvement, I think. FromSoft like. 6 is very different from old Armored Core though, because fuck. It's my ammo cost. My ammo cost is too high. Do I get rid of the siege missile to cut my cost? It'll stop me from spamming so hard. Plus, I think that mini bazooka is way lighter, so it makes me zippier. Yeah, using the calculator to see like the thresholds. No, my repair costs were well below what we needed actually. My ammo cost was too high. By a good bit. I was just spamming missiles too much and racking up the cost. But I can use 2 repair kits and still be perfectly fine. There's a site that has the formula for S ranks just plugged into it. They pulled it from the script. So you can just go to the mission and be like, what do I need to do for S rank on this mission? And that's what I'm looking at. You're gonna try to actually S in PvP now that Escorting is super good? I don't think so. I think ranked Armored Core PvP is just kinda fucked from the imbalance in builds. The more that I got up into S, it was like there are some people who are playing really cool, unique stuff up there, but not many. Just the higher you go, the more you run into like meta slave shit. Which is any competitive game, but it's still just not very fun.
残り 30%。
It definitely burned me the more that I played S rank players before. Absolute broken nightmare. Yeah. There's just a few setups that like are better. And the higher up, because this one has like actual ranked, unlike Elden Ring, and just the higher you go towards like those top ranks, the more that you're just playing against the same like 3 setups in slight variations. I was so done when I got S once. Yeah, I got that one run where we got like 7 wins on the S placements, and then I lost one and, you know, lost my placement, and I just said, you know, I'm good actually. I've had my fill, to be honest. This run is a lot messier than the last one. I've gotten hit more already.
残り 30%。
Oh, son of a bitch. Just stop him. Stop him from moving. I think that was A again. Maybe even B, to be honest. Down to whose weapon art is better? Yeah. That's where I keep joking about this setup, because at least when I was doing the S rank climb, this kind of setup where you have the lamb parts. See, that time my ammo cost was fine, but I took too much damage. We're good. I just have to play that same setup better. I just had a bad run of it. C tier and PvP is still fun. C tier is great. You start getting a little more meta stuff in B tier, and then once you get to like A in this game, that's where it starts to become like more than half of your matches are meta builds. And then up in S, it's maybe like 80%. At least when I was playing, it was bad. It was really bad. And I was trying to run like stuff that wasn't hard meta. I need to turn that up. Part of the issue there was I talked over it, but that was even quiet for me. I heard it. That one. It's getting bumped. Okay, sorry. I have to write it down so that later I remember which one needed to get turned up. It's kind of inevitable, yeah. In any game with build variety, it's just gonna happen, which sucks, but it's true. And then especially you start putting like player ranks on it for performing well. And obviously people who want to hit the top rank, for the most part, are going to gravitate towards the tools that will most easily allow them to do that. See, I think I'm focusing too much on the grenade launcher now. Shit. It's fine. Too much already? It's okay. I can pull it out of my ass, I think. It's not like unrecoverable amounts of damage. but it's definitely more than I would want to take for the first couple. What FCS and booster? My internals are not optimal at all. I didn't change them. But the setup is fine. I could make it better, but last time I just took too much damage. I just have to play it better and we're good. Not a build issue, it's a skill issue now. Get the wheel just because he's easier. Yeah, that's all it takes for the wheel. There. That was still a little more damage than I'd like, but I think we're fine. You have Gridwalker? No, I think we have a Lula. I don't know. But it's fine. I'm right there. I just need to play it a little better. And that might have been it. I'm not like confident it was, but it could have been. It wasn't. Wait, what? Repair costs were still too high on that one. Yeah, my upward thrust is shit. I'm at least gonna change those. My FCS should be fine. Like, they're not optimal missile FCS. I almost said FPS. But which one is the upward thrust one? Just give me upward thrust. I just wanna, you know. That one's less optimal though. I don't own Gridwalker. I mean, even those will get me up there. Well, let me look at the. Oh yeah, we have a ton of money because I just did the mission on loop. In my head, I was like, I don't have the money to buy the Gridwalkers, so I'll just use these. But I just played this mission like 5 times. Yeah. This time. This time. Hot take, revealing frame data made Tekken less fun than it used to be. I don't know. Because frame data is just kind of a necessary thing to have in fighting games at this point, from an accessibility standpoint. Because the people who are going to play competitively are going to go in and learn the frame data anyway. It's not like they can't figure it out if you don't give it to them. All that them revealing the frame data has done is just made it easier for people like us who don't go and test the frame data of every single move to actually figure out like what, you know, good punishes are or whatever it might be. What's safe and what's not, etc. What was fucked up was in Tekken 7, when they had the frame data be like a $5 paid add-on. That was fucked up.
待て、まだ何か来る。エイリアンス姿だと。正面衝突をさせ
Scrub League is my home.
別に取られるぞ。
I do kind of miss the lower ranks in Tekken, but I also like playing just good ass Tekken. I'm a bit of a sweaty bitch, so I like playing other sweaty bitches.
敵へ、まだ来るぞ。
To be honest, I do. I play my Giga Chad characters,
居合わせたりしては数
and I just have a good time. Ow. Okay, whoa. That was way too much damage. Have you seen some of the new moves they showed recently? I have not. I'm just waiting for Kazuya.
ミッション開始。
Because at this point, or Heihachi, did they show anything for Hachi yet? Because those are the only two guys that I play anymore.
なんだこの機体は
No?
レーダーに敵へ。来るぞ、621。識別なし。シュナイダーの MT ではない。これは C 兵器か。応戦しろ、621。
Oh shit. I didn't even see them come in. I was like waiting for them, wondering where they were.
敵はルビコン調査技研の無人兵器。アイビスの火で失われたはずの異物だ。やったか。待て、まだ何か来る。ヘイリアンス姿だと。正面衝突は避けろ、621。別に取られるぞ。
AP 残り 50%。残り 30%。
敵へ、まだ来るぞ。
Oh shit, there is still a wheel alive.
偶然居合わせたりしては数が多すぎる。
That'll get him.
621。今は戦いに集中しろ。エイリアンス姿、接近しているぞ。危険な相手だ。転倒させて確実に潰せ。621。
残り 50%。
Son of a bitch. Oh, I got hit by some of the fire.
だな。広域レーダーにも反応はない。
I don't know how I feel about that.
ストライダーの護衛はできなかったが、今回は不可抗力だ。背景はこちらで洗っておく。621、お前は戻って休め。
Reina has new lows? I mean, we don't know, like, frame data or anything on them, do we? There we go. Did they give Reina good lows? Because, okay, hot take, as someone who really, really thinks that Reina is great, well designed, everything, Reina only deserves one good low, and it's the Hell Sweep. That's it. That she needs to get left. They better be shit. Genuinely, this might be one of the weirdest sounding things ever, but I sincerely hope that her new lows are not good. As odd as that might sound. She got some crazy stuff. Oh no, I'll have to look at it. Maybe they could change my mind when I play it, but I really think that from a design standpoint, Reina should not have more than like one good low. And she already has one. And she can do her low heat smash from more than, or one, wait, more than once from stance? What do you mean more than once? What do you mean by that? What do these words on my screen mean right now? It's become a normal heat move? You're fucking kidding. Did they nerf the damage? Surely they did, right? That would be the only way that that could make sense to me. Because there's no way that they're just like, oh yeah, let her, I don't know, throw multiple heat smashes, I guess. Maybe? I fucking hope so. Reina is much like Heihachi, like a high mid bulldog character. She does not need lows because her highs and her mids are already so good that the lows are not needed. Reina did not, I mean, she wasn't like an S tier character, but she was like an A tier. She wasn't among the very best in the game, but she was definitely one of the stronger characters. She doesn't need all this crazy shit unless everyone else is getting equally crazy shit. You know who really needs some life breathed into him is Raven. They doing anything to Raven? Because God, I hope so for all the Raven mains out there. Not that we know of. Dude, fucking rip every Raven player. I almost said Reina. Raven player in Tekken 8. Jesus Christ. I just liked Paul back in the day. I like Paul a lot. Paul is like one of the non-Mishimas that I really fuck with in Tekken. Paul and King and Lee are like the non-Mishima characters that I really, really like. But for me, like the Mishima archetype is Tekken. Like if I can't throw a Hell Sweep or an Electric or something, it just legitimately does not feel like I'm playing Tekken. I saw that I saw the throw stuff. I saw like King's command throw tracks in heat. I saw the chip damage on throw break. I don't know what the deal is with that. I didn't listen to the whole talk. I've just seen bits and pieces. No, Kazuya, okay, kind of hot take. I don't think Kazuya needs anything. Nor do I think Heihachi needs anything, to be honest. If any Mishima in Tekken 8 needs love, it's Devil Jin, for sure. Devil Jin has been bad for a long time in T8. He needs it. He needs something. And granted, like, it's Tekken, so you could play the worst character in the game and still hit God of Destruction if you're that cracked. But, like, Devil Jin has needed some love for a minute. Oh, they undid the throw chip damage. They're taking that away. Okay. Oh, wait, they're also taking away King's homing throws? DJ got a fair amount, thank God. He seriously needed the love. He was the Mishima who felt lacking in Tekken 8. Because Kazuya doesn't have many, like, big gimmicky things, but he has so many tools that if your fundamentals are good enough and you just play enough Kazuya, you can do some filthy shit. Just the dirtiest, most disgusting shit with Kazuya. High-level Kazuya tech in Tekken 8 is so cool, and learning it is so satisfying because it's all, you know, it's Kazuya. So all of his tech is like very high execution barrier and all that. Fucking love Tekken 8 Kazuya, man. So much. If Heihachi wasn't in the game, I would say that Kazuya is the perfect Tekken character right now. On Heat? Wait, I read some of that. Hold on. Oh, it needs more? No damage. His Hell Sweep can convert into like a 60 damage combo with potential floor break. Okay, maybe they're gonna make Devil Jin into some real good Mishima shit. I think Heihachi in Tekken 8 right now is the most well-designed character, easily, and it's like not even close. Just the way that they put him together, there's so much love in that kit. It's so distinctly Heihachi, but with like the new Tekken 8 kind of craziness added to it. I think Heihachi is genuinely the perfect Tekken 8 character. I think Kazuya is like a perfect Tekken character, but not the perfect Tekken 8 character, because he doesn't have much of the new wacky shit. It feels like Kazuya, for the most part, is still playing Tekken 7. Aside from having really, really good heat engagers, which also means he has really good heat dashes. And once you get good with Kazuya, and you realize that you can actually really freestyle some crazy stuff for heat dash combos with his kit, I don't think there is a more satisfying character in the game right now. His wall combos, too. Tekken 8 Kazuya wall combos are so fucking juicy. I never get sick of them. His damage at the wall, and his pressure, too. So good. You need to get all 8 for S rank. That shouldn't be too bad to do. I don't think. I think I got it. Hold on, Z. I'm busy. Thank you. Wait, I missed one? Did I? Hold on. Did I miss one? Wait a minute. Let me go around. Isn't there one more out here? No, I'm crazy. Go Rebel. There we are. Oh, I missed this one. Duh. I was like, what am I missing still? Aside from that one? Ow.
調査対象の上記構成が見て取れる。残り時間を維持にしろ。戦闘は回避するか手早く終わらせることだ。
Oh, this one. I always forget about this one. There we go. Z sounds way better in Japanese, not so cartoony. A lot of them I do like more in Japanese. I'm so happy that they gave us like an easy toggle to just change the voices whenever we want. It's nice. Not too bad. You think? Hold on. I think I could very reasonably have Chapter 1 S ranked by the end of the stream. Comfortably. My man's flying through S ranks. They're really not that hard. The one so far, that one kind of sucked, but honestly, if I had stuck to Rebel instead of like tweaking and trying to make a build just for it, I think I would have done it faster. Had I just, you know, stuck with my main boy and been like, yep, we're just gonna, you know, skill issue this bitch. We're just gonna play until I get good. I honestly think that it would have taken less time if I had just done that. But so far, that's the only one that has caused any trouble. I was like, what are the enemies lighting up on my compass? I was confused. It was the helicopters the whole time. S rank is determined by helicopter health here. Interesting. Noted. Just keep my eyes on the compass then. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Leave my helicopter alone, thank you. Hey, fucker. No. No sky lasers. Another sky laser. These were what I was looking for trying to like get some stuff early. I was worried about those missiles more than anything. I don't know, this doesn't seem so bad. I say before the bad part. But so far, it's pretty chill. There they are. Come on in. We're all good to go. I don't think I heard JP Dolmayan before. I like him. I like him a lot, actually. I think that's the first time we heard him. Come on down, big bitch. What else was just shooting at me? I'm so confused. Oh, I double swapped. We're fine. We're so fine. Should I get Project Phantasma or jump straight to MOA? I think Phantasma is very worth it. I like it. I like it more than AC1. Which is a bit of a spicy take, I think. From what I hear most people say, it seems like Phantasma is the least favorite of Gen 1, at least for most people. But I think Gen 1 just got better with each game. Like, I like Project Phantasma more than the original, and I like MOA the best, because of course I do. I like him a lot. If only this game had friendly fire. Yeah, for a second I thought that assault armor was gonna nuke the the chopper. I was like, wait, this is a FromSoft game, but luckily it did nothing. Colossal flaw. Yeah. You know what the Souls guys say though? You know what they say. I don't even have to say it. You know what I'm talking about. Coming from the guy who has not cleared Project Phantasma's arena without Human Plus yet. Because I could, probably, if I just buckled down and did it. But I've never done it. I've never like sat down and forced myself to clear Project Phantasma's arena without Human Plus. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. No, Jusuf, he's playing the PS5 ports that just came out, and you, for some reason, can't transfer the data between them.
Main system 戦闘モード起動
Which, to be fair, you know, I'm the guy who doesn't like to do data transfer anyway. But a lot of people do. It's just one of those preference things, like Human Plus, right? In the first place. Just being a matter of some people like playing with Human Plus, some people don't. I like playing with Human Plus, but I don't like data transfer. So I'm a bit weird. I'm like in the middle. I would actually say that Project Phantasma is one of the more challenging AC games to play without transferring in your data. It might even... It very well could be the hardest one out of all the expansions. Like, if you don't transfer your data in, how rough is it? It's at least up there. Like, very up there. Because, and I know that the PS5 version changes this, but on the original PS1 version where I played it without transferring, it just means that you can't get any of the hidden parts from AC1 because they're not in the shop and they're not in Project Phantasma's campaign anywhere. So, you just can't get things like the Karasawa or the Moonlight. All of those just flat out, if you don't have a save file with them from AC1, it's impossible to get them in Project Phantasma. So you got that. You got no Human Plus. Again, legitimately just impossible. You can't do it without transferring a save. You have a campaign that kind of goes from like 0 to 90 right away. Like, the second mission in Project Phantasma's campaign is longer and more difficult than pretty much anything in AC1's campaign. You know, with the exception of, like, maybe the final mission. Project Phantasma might be the hardest game to play on a fresh save file in the series. Maybe. A lot of people are going to say Last Raven, but to be honest, if you just don't do Zenaida route right away, Last Raven is not that bad. Fresh save file in Last Raven is surprisingly chill. Obviously, if you do Zenaida route, it's not as chill, but if you do anything else, you know, there are 5 other routes you can go. It's really not bad. I might be willing to put my money on Project Phantasma being the hardest to start on a fresh save. Even then, it's not like it's like ball busting, but just, it's probably one of the more challenging ones. You get 300? What? Joseph, what version did you play? Is this the PSP version? Because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Last Raven still just gives you 100k off the bat. But maybe portable is different? PS2 version? No, that can't be right. Is that right? It doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure you still just get 100. I saw 300 in my PS2 version. What? US version? That's what I played. Is that right? You got me like about to... Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me look at this now. That was an A? That felt so smooth to me. What is it called? Investigate. Baus. Oh, it's probably my clear time. Because my ammo and repair costs are both, like, well under the thresholds. I probably just wasn't fast enough. does start you with enough money to build something decent. It starts you with 100k, which is the tradition for expansions on a fresh save file, is you get 100. This is the wrong mission. You get 100k to start with, which is why I'm so confused. Is The Last Raven, does it really start with 300? Am I just crazy? Oh yeah, I saw... Oh, this was the right mission. It just looks like prisoner rescue. I thought that I had started the prisoner rescue. Okay. Because for a second I was like, what the fuck? This is the wrong mission again. No, it just looks like the start of prisoner rescue. Like at a glance. I wasn't looking that close, I guess. Shit. This was the hardest S rank for me. Oh. Ah, punctuation. I think I'll skip it. No. No. Play it. Play it like a real gamers don't skip Project Phantasma. You've heard of real gamers don't skip DMC2? Real gamers don't skip Project Phantasma. Everyone knows it. Everyone's been talking about it. Can we make that a slogan, please? Thank you. I need everyone to go spread this on like Armored Core, Reddit, Discord server, whatever. Real gamers don't skip Project Phantasma. Phantasma's great. I love it. I like Phantasma a lot. They do skip Ninebreaker though? No, they don't. Okay, I can't blame you for skipping it. But they shouldn't. Real GigaChad gamers don't skip Ninebreaker. GigaChad gamers don't skip it. Although most of us wish we did after we finish it. But we don't. We still do it. For some reason. I say that as someone who S-ranked everything in it. Yeah, that gold medal grind had me questioning my life by the end of it, but never played MOA. And you call yourself a veteran. How dare you? It's the best Gen 1 game. It's great. Hello? Time limit is the issue here. Let's get it going, boys. There we go. And they're gone. No lucky hits there. That did nothing. Oh, come on now. Son of a bitch. But I did see... So, I think of Thrife as an AC6 guy, but I don't know, like, his history with the series or anything. Is it just a playthrough of Last Raven? Like, he's played it before? Or is it, like, his first time playing it? Because I have seen, like, in my homepage, his Last Raven playthrough popping up, but I haven't watched it. His first time? Damn. Is he enjoying it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Once I was focused on speed, it went by easy. 2 tries for that one. And now the other one. He's having a blast. Fun to watch him play. I love Last Raven. It's either my second or third favorite in the series. I can't... It might be my second. I think it is. Because for a while, I thought my top 3 was like 6, 4 answer, Last Raven. But after the 100% and like going back through, I think it's 6, Last Raven, 4 answer. I think 4 answer got bumped down to my number 3 after these 100%. Oh, hello, Kate.
コード15所属不明 AG どこから出てきた排除しろ
SG の補助 MT だレーザーガンに注意しろ 片付いたか
A faster game than Nexus?
進むぞ
I don't think it's faster. I could just be wrong though, because I've always played like Ninebreaker and Formula Front in between doing the series that I've been doing, right? So it could be affecting my judgment on that, but I don't think it's necessarily faster, though I do think that some of that like ice skating kind of quality that's in Nexus is not as strong in Last Raven. I don't know how to describe it better than ice skating quality. Because I swear, in Nexus, it feels like you slide along the ground even when you're not trying to. It genuinely feels like you are on ice. It feels like you just slip and slide all over the place in Nexus.
こちらも片付きましたが、一つ報告が。封鎖機構に想定外の動きがあります。ひとまず合流しましょう。
Like the expansions, but they don't feel as powerful narratively. Okay, this makes me feel a little better. Because I feel like my very common opinion that AC2 is better than Another Age is something I've never gotten pushback on, but I've always felt a little iffy about how I prefer AC3 to Silent Line. I feel like that one, people tend to be like, wait, what? Oh God. Get him out of here. Ow. Which side is the boy on? He's on this side. Kick the fuck out of him. Ooh. Fuck him up, Kate. Thank you. Arena alone makes it slightly worse. I think I like AC3's campaign a little more too. Silent Line is really hard though. It's got a nice challenge that I appreciate for sure. Easy. Easy clap. I think it's more like the actual good Mega Man is normally just the one you grew up playing. Yeah, I think there is a lot of that in Armored Core. And it might not even be like, you know, specific to old gen either. Because there's also certainly a crowd of like, all Armored Core is good except 6. And I think that that's one of those crowds that just, the new thing hasn't had the time to like sit with them the way that the stuff from 1 or 2 decades ago has, and just over time you'll see that kind of fade. It might not, but I feel like it's probably going to be one of those situations where, like, give it 10 years and a lot of that AC6 hate will probably fade away. People don't like 6. It's not like a huge crowd, but there's certainly like a sizable crowd of people who think that 6 is like the worst Armored Core game. And I think that just with a lot of that, like as it grows, and especially as newer stuff comes out, it might go away. But I also might just be saying that because I come from, like, you know, I grew up playing a lot of COD and Halo, and just a lot of the communities that I grew up in gaming-wise are the types that, like, the new game is always shit. It doesn't matter. Like, the new game is great for a week or so. Everyone loves it, and then everyone suddenly hates it. But then, like, 5 years after the new game comes out, everyone is suddenly like, you know, we really didn't give, you know, fill in the blank enough of a chance. It was actually really good. We just didn't know it then. Especially COD and Halo, actually. A lot of that in both of them. Those were both great examples to pull out. Because, like, right now, you ask COD fans about Black Ops 6, they're gonna mostly be very negative on it. Give it 5 years and ask the same people about Black Ops 6, and they're gonna be like, you know, I wish I played it more when it was the new game, because it was really good. It was underrated, for sure. Because, like, even right now in the COD scene, like, you're hearing a lot of that with, like, Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops 4. A lot of games that, when those were the new games, there was a ton of hating on them. But now, those are the underrated ones. We just didn't give them enough love when they were the current games. Halo, ask a Halo fan about Halo Infinite. Oh boy. But ask them about, like, Halo 4 and Halo 5. Some of them are still gonna hate Halo 4 and Halo 5. Those are just very divisive games. But there's a growing crowd in the Halo community of, like, you know, Halo 4, we really didn't give Halo 4 a good enough chance. And it's starting with Halo 5 now, which is crazy after, like, a decade or so of just strong Halo 5 hate. There's a crowd starting to come around of, like, you know, Halo 5 really wasn't that bad. And Halo Reach is probably one of the strongest. I talk about it a lot, but I distinctly remember Halo Reach being the new Halo, and, like, once we all got past the honeymoon phase with it, general consensus was that it just wasn't very good, and most people went back to Halo 3. But nowadays, you bring up Halo Reach, and you'll mostly get a ton of positive sentiment about it. Because just 15 years later, people love Halo Reach now. But man, back then, it was a spicy one. You didn't bring up Halo Reach at Thanksgiving. You didn't. You didn't want to start that debate. I like Halo 4. I like Halo 4 too. I've always liked Halo 4's campaign, but never loved it. And I was never very big on Halo 4's multiplayer. Halo 4 multiplayer had really good party modes, and it actually had really good, like, progression with unlocks and stuff. Because it had, like, a sort of prestige system, kind of. Where, like, once you hit, I think it was, like, level 50 on multiplayer, and you had unlocked everything, then you went into, like, a kind of prestige mode, where it suddenly got really hard to unlock stuff. Like, it got really hard to level up, sorry, past level 50. But every 10 levels, you could choose a specialization. And they had, like, a unique armor set that had some lore behind it for every specialization, and it was almost like a prestige that you got, like, full armor sets and customization pieces out of. And stuff like that with Halo 4, multiplayer-wise, was pretty neat. But Halo 4's multiplayer was not great. Still not great. Can be kind of fun with friends, but it's still not great. Why are you using a Moonlight with one of the worst melee spec arms? I'm using the Red Shift, and we're using it because it works. This build fucking shreds things. I don't even need the Bashos. I'm taking the, what's it? The better tracking over the melee damage. Or sorry, not better tracking, but the better recoil compensation. It's still Moonlight. Coral Moonlight. Totally different. Same thing, different color. Completely different. That's what Silent Line taught me. If I learned anything from Armored Core Silent Line, it's that if you take a part and you change the color and like 2 of the variables in the stats, it's a totally different part. I learned that back in Silent Line. Alright? Yeah. I really do like the JP dub for this game. I really do. It makes it feel even more anime in a great way. Ooh. I forgot he gets a flamethrower. How did I forget? Ow! Son of a bitch. Oh, that's fine. That's my bad. That was sudden. The nerf isn't meaningful. It's actually not. The Balteus nerf really didn't change much. Although, I mean, it definitely did make him a little less cheap. It took out his cheapest move and made it a much more reasonable attack. Definitely. And part of the fun of Balteus was that he was, you know, the wall of Chapter 1. But it probably was for the best that they nerfed the missile tracking a bit. Or no, sorry, they took out like 2 missiles from the one attack, right? Wasn't that what they did? Like the huge salvo, they took out like 2 or 3 missiles in total. Something like that, where it's a nerf, definitely, but it's not one that like totally changes the boss fight. It just makes that one attack a little easier to dodge. Doesn't that mean you can't get S rank? It doesn't. Because I have the site up where they have like a calculator for it. They took all of the variables and stuff from the in-game script and just plugged it into a website. And they have an explanation on there for it. And even if you die and continue, it's still just tracking your overall damage taken across the continues. So like there, I didn't take much damage after I continued, so we might be okay. I don't know that we'll be okay, but I didn't take much damage before Balteus either, so we might actually be fine. It is probably an A rank, but it could be an S rank. I thought PCA helicopter was the wall. Yeah, that's the tutorial wall. This is the chapter 1 wall. Back at launch, you want to know the boss that they actually nerfed pretty majorly, but just it didn't get as much discussion around it. The Sea Spider. Fuck pre-patch. Ah, it was A rank. Shit. Shit. Dude, the Sea Spider pre-patch was so hard. Original Sea Spider on launch was crazy. I don't even remember what specifically they changed with that one. But, man, I remember beating him pre-patch. I shouted. I got stuck on stream on the Sea Spider for like 2 hours. I was actually like hard stuck on the Sea Spider. Had way more trouble with that. Yeah, I did too. I beat Balteus on like my 3rd try on launch, I think. The helicopter I also got like 3rd try or so. But the Sea Spider was like a 2-hour wall for me. I don't need to fight these guys, do I? No, because we don't get credits on this mission. So fighting these guys does nothing for me other than, I guess, make it a little safer. But it's probably just not even worth the extra ammo and damage. Oh, I'm locked in. I wouldn't know that because I've never tried to skip these guys. I normally fight everything in this game. But yeah, you can continue, but it still tracks like damage taken, ammo cost, and total like time spent across your continues. So most of the time, a death will just lose you your S rank for those reasons alone. But in that case, because I died like before I used a healing kit or anything, it was a maybe. And I did still get an A. I wasn't too far off of the S rank there. Kind of interesting though, that you can, in some cases, still get an S even if you die. But it's kind of like specific. Yeah, energy machine guns are so fun in like Armored Core 5 and Verdict Day. Those are the ones that I really like, the energy machine guns. The pulse machine guns in Gen 5 are so fun. Even though they weren't the best energy weapons, I frequently used them even when doing like the S ranks and stuff in those games. Just because I liked them. Literally no other reason. I knew that there were better like thermal weapons, but I just used those because they were fun. And yes, weapon arms. Obligatory weapon arm mention. The spider wasn't from the sea, it was from hell. If you have more than 2 repair kits per resupply Sherpa, then you're most probably not getting S. Wait, what? Oh, if you have to use more. I read it too fast and read if you have more. I was like, wait, wouldn't having more be a good thing? Oh, yeah, quick turn exists in this game. I forget about that. Just every once in a while, I do it by accident, and I'm like, oh yeah, quick turn is in this game. Man, that got me almost no damage. Oh, why did I stop? Ow! I think it might have been because I swapped my my shoulder weapon out. I don't know. That's the only thing I did different there compared to what I normally do. And even then, sometimes I do that. I don't know. I don't know why that stopped my boost, but that hurt. You bitch. Oh, come on. Okay, I could have lived with just needing to finish it with like one more shot, but the whole shield came back. It's okay, I took no more damage, and the ammo probably won't cost me the rank. It was a little frustrating. Because in my head, I'm like, I don't need the kick. He's dead. He was not, in fact, dead. Oh, dude, slug guns would be so fun. That would be nice. Getting slugs back on the shoulders. All right, you guys ready to do the same thing with a slightly different Sula fight? One more time through the watch point. And then chapter 1 is S-ranked. And chapter 1 is like the second longest chapter in the game. If chapter 3 didn't exist, it would be the longest. So pretty good. Pretty good for a little over 2 hours of S ranking. I'll take it. It's really not that bad, actually. How do you up the quality of your stream on YouTube? Tried and it looks so muddy. What's your bitrate? And what like resolution and frame rate are you streaming at? And what's your bitrate? Those are like the 3 numbers. Because I'm assuming that what's happening is it's like getting fuzzy whenever there's a lot going on. That's normally what most people have a hard time figuring out when it comes to setting up streaming for the first time. And to be fair, it's because a lot of streamers kind of gatekeep that shit for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like there's a serious lack of good information about what your bitrate should be relative to what kind of resolution and frame rate you're streaming at. The only thing I can think of is like Twitch has official documentation on it, but even Twitch's official documentation is so outdated on the matter that I would not use it. At least if you're streaming on YouTube, because Twitch's infrastructure is very outdated. So for them, it works. But if you're streaming on YouTube, those same numbers aren't going to work. Because YouTube has actually, you know, updated their back end since like 2012. Sorry, not sorry. I say as I'm dual streaming to Twitch. I'm going to get myself in trouble. I use 6 at 1080. Looks fine on Twitch, but bad on YouTube. Yeah, so what's happening is the YouTube compression is functioning differently. What I do on YouTube, because 1080 on YouTube's compression is not great. Because YouTube's current compression is built around like true HD, full HD, whatever the terminology is for it. Which is a fancy way of saying YouTube's compression model is built around 1440p and 4K resolutions now, as opposed to like 720 or 1080. So what I do is I stream in 1440 on YouTube, and I stream in 1080 on Twitch, which you can do using a plugin, but you do have to encode 2 streams on your PC doing that. So it is considerably heavier on your resources. It's not an easy thing to recommend just because of that. But that's what I do. And if you want to try 1440, I would recommend a 15K bitrate, which sounds excessive, but that is genuinely just how big the difference is between 1080 and 1440. Because 6K for 1080 should be fine, but it's going to get a little fuzzy on the YouTube side when a lot is happening. Especially if you're playing like AC6 or something where things move fast and there's a lot of particles and everything. I haven't done it before, but my internet speed isn't great. What is your upload speed for stuff like that? I was rewatching the Metroid Prime 4 trailer, and since it was uploaded in 1080p, it looked so blurry. Yeah, YouTube's 1080p compression has gotten worse because they've prioritized the higher resolutions now. Rockets were how I beat the massive MT in another age. Rockets. Dude, those old, like, large rockets in, like, Gen 2, Gen 3. Gen 1, they were good, but there's only, like, one boss that I even ever used them on. I feel like Gen 2 and Gen 3 just have more situations where you want stuff like that. But man, those things were crazy. The manual aim, large rockets. Love those things. Would upload everything in 4K even if the actual resolution is lower. Yeah, that's a thing that a lot of people actually do on YouTube now, is even if all of their footage is in 1080, here's a little gate-kept secret. A lot of YouTubers will render out their video in like 1440, even if all of their footage in the video is 1080, just because then if the file reads as 1440 when you upload it to YouTube, you get put on the higher end encoder. Big YouTube secrets. But that's become fairly common. A lot of videos on YouTube that are uploaded in 1440 aren't actually in 1440. They're still just in 1080, but rendered out in 1440 so that they get the better video encoder. My videos, for the record, are actually recorded and everything in 1440. Because as I'm saying that, I'm like, people are going to think my videos are fake 1440. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just a clever trick for YouTube. But my videos, for the record, are actually in 1440. Why did it boot straight to the BIOS? Was something up? Or did it just do it because it felt quirky today? This is gonna go by quick. I think it will, aside from like the couple missions that are gonna be hard. I think this will go by really quickly at this pace. Because chapter 1 has so many like alt missions and NG plus missions. This is gonna go pretty fast, I think. As sad as that might be. These S ranks don't seem like they're gonna take that long. With premium, some videos have enhanced bitrate 1080p, but it's not every video. Yeah, I think with the enhanced bitrate, YouTube doesn't do it until the video gets like a certain level of traction. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what it seems like is going on with like why some have it and some don't. It seems like they only bother doing that with videos that like actually pick up a certain amount of steam in the algorithm. Which is understandable because video encoding takes up server space and processing power and all that. I couldn't find my main drive repeatedly. Oh. Doing a cold reboot managed to sort it though? Yikes. I love computers. Might feel a bit weird when it's done. I might still have Armored Core in my life, in a way. Large missile equals large damage. I wish we had like some, like a select few parts like that. That would be really fun. I feel like I've not heard anyone bring up this idea for like new parts for 6. But weapons like that are manual aim only. Weapons that get no benefit from lock-on. Although I guess with the core functionality of 6, that might be a little hard to put in. But that could actually, stuff like that, like large rockets that you can't actually use your FCS for, could be pretty awesome. Some true skill gap weapons that aren't the chainsaw and the pile bunker. Trying to find a way to not have to work, but didn't want my PC to die for it. Could have been worth it though. Right? Really, it could have been. Ow! That'll make up for it, I hope. It was a little short. Years of free-throwing fire bombs in Dark Souls pay off. Something like that could be really fun. Bringing back like the large rocket kind of archetype where you just have to aim it entirely on your own. That would be so nice. What's the secret sauce for an S rank on this mission? It's just gonna be don't take too much damage and kill everything, pretty much. Because for missions where you do get extra payouts per enemy eliminated, those credits do factor into your rank, which is why earlier on a couple missions you might have heard me say, like, I'm not getting credits for these guys, so it's not worth fighting everything. But this mission it is. Since I'm getting extra pay for all of them, I'm getting a little rank boost to all of them that I can kill, assuming I don't take too much damage and all that, like as a trade-off, right? Am I the only one who fights that guy right there? And every time I think back to like that old gameplay preview of this mission. Sorry, my northern came out. Where they made that seem like a whole like mini boss fight. Like that guy was an encounter. And then I pull up with AC Rebel and just melt through him. Son of a bitch.
Are you playing so hard to get, baby boy? I'm not. I'm playing Mass Effect.
That one could use a boost. For sure. Damage, time, and how much you make. It's not always how much you make. The thing I pulled up is pulling it straight from the script, so there's no like theorizing about it anymore. We've data mined the code for determining rank now, and like made a fucking calculator out of it. It's not necessarily how much you make. It's just that ammo cost will take away from your rank. And then, like I said, if it is a mission where individual kills get you money, then each of those kills will boost your rank by a little bit. But basically how that works out is it's just profit, damage, and time. The lava killed me? The lava would never. Never. Yeah, it's easier to get this one with this setup. And then for melee, I can come down to the mouth. That'll do her. That'll do her. My laptop is freaking out now. Computers. Am I right? Kind of wonder how awesome it would be if you had a second Gatling gun on your left shoulder. I think the melee is really nice just for like comboing, but for pure shred potential, another Gat probably would make this ridiculous. One is plenty. I mean, this build just cuts through ACs and bosses and all that. Easy S. Even with, like, the optional log hunt guys. My CPU was at 100%. Normal laptop behavior. You mining bitcoins? What are you doing? What are you doing that's got it that high? Running edge? Close enough. With several hundred tabs? Yeah, that would do her. At least it's not Chrome. I have a 15-year-old dual-core laptop. That is 100% sitting idle on Windows 10 almost. That sounds about right. These things aren't built to last 15 years. Especially not laptops, but even like desktop PCs aren't gonna last you 15 years. Or, well, I guess they could, they just probably won't. Probably. Maybe they could. If you're really gentle with them and you take real good care of them, maybe they'll last 15 years. Like, if the only game that you play is old school RuneScape, and you don't even, like, use RuneLite or anything, you just use the actual, like, vanilla Jagex client, then maybe you could have a gaming PC last, like, 20 years. Maybe. Also have a really solid motherboard. Yeah. Probably not gonna make it, but maybe. Maybe. Only 1,000 in repair costs that time. You think I could get through chapter 2 in 30 more minutes? Probably. But this mission, I always get lost, so maybe not. Windows 11 update or upgrade required regardless. I'm still on Windows 10. And I really, like, as long as they are still supporting 10, I will stay on 10. I love Windows 10. I don't want 11. Let me keep my Windows 10. Just keep updating it, please. Don't kill Windows 10. Don't do this to me. Oh. Oh. Hello. There we go. I swear I can pilot this thing. I'm a professional. Those are bombs. Is there not a thing down here? I could have sworn there was. Really? Guess not. I remember when I had to upgrade all of our PCs from 7 to Windows 10 at my old work. Pain in the butt. Yeah, 10, early on, 10 was bad. I had 10, like, early. Mostly because I was desperate to get off of Windows 8. Which, like, who wasn't? But, 10 was rough for a while. But now, I really like Windows 10. I prefer it to 11. I don't want to lose it to my Windows 10. I built this PC right before AC6 came out, and I chose to load Windows 10 onto it in place of 11. I didn't want Windows 11. I still don't want Windows 11. That hasn't changed. Oh, hello. Windows 7 was so good. 7 was good. The only reason I had 8 was I built that PC like after support for 7 ended, but before... Oh, I know where I'm going. Sorry. Before 10 came around. And 8 was the worst. Fuck Windows 8. All my homies hated Windows 8. Had that weird, like, home dashboard that wasn't your desktop. It was like the desktop that you'd get before your desktop. You had to go from the home page to the desktop. Oh, of course it was the other one. Avoided it like the plague. It was bad. I did not like Windows 8. But then that led to me picking up 10 right away when that came around, and ugh. 10 early on was so... It was like Windows 11 early on was terrible. Windows 10 was like that too. 10 might have been worse. Wasn't 8 the tablet one? Yes. It was the one that was like very clearly made for like... What's Microsoft's little like folding laptop / tablet thing? What was that called, chat? He got away. Probably a good idea to kill Iguazu while I have the help. As long as I keep moving, these guys aren't really going to do much to me, it seems. There we go. MacBook was Apple? Yeah, Mac is Apple. Oh. I took a bit of damage here. I don't know about this S rank. I remember Vista. The first, when I was growing up, it wasn't like my computer, but using like the family computer, the first Windows system that I used was XP. That was when I learned how to use a computer, was on Windows XP. Oh, that was an S. That was just a very lenient mission. If that was S, because I got my ass beat near the end.
I just want to stick my finger in there. This flap.
Not the flaps. Don't. False. It's impolite to just go around and stick your finger in people's flaps. We've talked about this. You're gonna run into issues sooner or later. You can't keep doing this. You can't just go around sticking your finger in flaps. What is new? I'm so confused why there's still a new indicator. No. What is new? Fuck it. Oops. Need Ryan in here to make me feel young again? I don't know what you mean. What is false streaming today? Kingdom Hearts. The rest of that one that she was playing last night. I think she got like more than halfway through it yesterday. There, I cleared it somewhere. I didn't see it go by, but I cleared it. I'm happy. It's gone. All right, let's go fuck up a sea spider. Find it funny that you guys come to me to ask what False is streaming and I just know. Like, it's one thing that you ask me in the first place, but then the fact that I actually do have the answer. Blood out and stats before the mission. I could. I've mentioned it before, but this build... Oh, you just saw it there. Okay. This build isn't even like optimal, I don't think. I think you could use a better generator. The arms you could change around just depending like if you want better melee damage or not. I would rather be able to laser things with the Etsugens for consistent damage output and stagger, but if you want a bigger like ACS payoff, you can definitely run, you know, the melee arms. I don't even need to say it. You know the ones. Even then, you could probably run more accurate arms than I'm running. But this build isn't even optimal. It's the frame parts especially are primarily chosen for drip purposes. That was a misinput. I think the boosters, you could definitely put better boosters on. I don't know if I said it, but the generator could probably be better too. The generator is also for drip purposes. I just want the coral gen with the red shift. I don't know if I made a share code for Rebel, actually. I should. I can't imagine that I didn't. But if I didn't, I should go and do that for the Steam users out there, at least. Son of a bitch. Good night, Spider. Good night. Yeah, I saw the PS4 stuff with the cheaters on Armored Core, and that it's affecting the PS5 version because the crossplay is there between the two PlayStation versions. I saw that going around. That weirdly right now, Armored Core 6 cheating is at its worst on console. Same with Elden Ring. I haven't seen it for Elden Ring. I've seen it for AC6. But I'd believe it because same engine, so it's probably the same vulnerability that's being exploited. But it's wild that there are more cheaters on console than on PC. It's just so unusual in gaming. Man. S ranked the whole first 2 chapters already. Get in 1 or 2 more. 6 PvP on PC is pretty legit if you exclude the meta slavery. True. They need to separate the current and last gens. Well, from my understanding, the way that FromSoft did it is that it's actually the same version of the game, just running different settings on the different systems, which is why there's crossplay. At least that's how it's been explained to me. I don't know how accurate that is. But that's what I've heard. Is that they don't even necessarily have like a PS4 and PS5 port that are like crossplay. They just have a PlayStation port that's running different settings on the different systems. Which, again, I think is the same for Elden Ring. Which, I mean, It's kind of smart. But yeah, I saw stuff going around of them like literally having God mode and like all of their weapons can insta-kill you and shit like that. They can teleport across the stage. Like, it's not even subtle cheats. It's the most like batshit crazy cheating I've seen in a game in a minute.
これで2つ目。興味深い内容だ。このデータはコピーを取っておこう。
How'd I miss those guys? Oh. And this guy. Oh, because I jumped off the ledge, duh. That makes sense, actually. AC and Elden Ring are no longer a thing. The multiplayer. Single player is still chilling, but I get it. To be fair, I've never been a Souls PvP guy. I like invasions in Souls games, but I never like go out of my way to engage with the PvP. Like, I don't seek it out. I think that's why I like invasions. Is because I can just be playing the game and then at a random moment it can be like, oh, quick little PvP, you know, duel, just a quick 1v1, and then whoever wins, you know, we both separate, and I just keep going on with my game.
これで最後のようだな。
Which is why I don't like how vanilla Elden Ring handled PvP. I actually still love that Dark Souls 2 has just invasions and stuff like that by default. No opt-in necessary. Instead, it's like at any time you can get invaded and there are items in the game to opt out of the PvP. I prefer that method as to the opting in method. But I get why they changed it. Because most people probably don't. I can imagine that most gamers don't love the idea of randomly having someone come into their game and try to kill them. But playing Dark Souls 2 was what changed my mind on that. Because while I was playing it, I'm like, you know, I really like randomly, like, especially with Dark Souls 2 having a smaller player base when you play it nowadays. When we did the playthrough of it on stream, I was getting invaded by like the same 3 people over the entire series. So it was almost like I had 3 rivals out there somewhere in the world who just kept showing up at random and challenging me during my playthrough. And it was fun. I liked that.
観測データが何件か抜かれている。生きて帰すな。
殲滅しろ。621。
待て。なんだこの音は。
My kill.
この識別信号は惑星封鎖機構か。 SG の保有戦力ではない。進行部隊が投入されたか。
I definitely just misheard Walter. I didn't read the subtitles, but I know that what my brain thought it heard was not what it heard. I heard him say something about rice. Just out of, like, all the things that I caught while he was talking, that's what I heard. And I definitely misheard it. I know that my boy Walter did not just randomly bring food into this discussion. This is not the time to be talking about food. just go for the kill here.
簡単に取り付いたか。いい判断だ。
I would fight all the little ones, but I'm S ranking.
巻き込まれるぞ。離脱しろ。621。
Open world AC. I've heard the idea. I think part of the charm, for me at least, with AC kind of is the short missions. Things like Armored Core 5. I like Armored Core 5. I don't love it, but one of my least favorite things about Armored Core 5 is how long the story missions are. Because they're like 20-30 minutes on a first go.
特例の派遣か。あるいは。待て。あれは。
Losing money and getting no retry. I would love that too. I don't know if they would. Just because the accessibility factor is, I think, a lot of what made people fall in love with 6. And what makes 6 such a good starting point for newcomers.
どうやら派手にやりすぎたようだ。
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm like, if they did bring back the really punishing stuff from the old days, would it work? And I think you'd get a lot of fans who enjoy it, because a lot of, like I said, a lot of fans right now are going back and playing Gen 1 on PlayStation for the first time. Like people who came in with 6. And they're really liking those games. But I think that is also like, you know, you're already acquainted with Armored Core. So stuff like that isn't as like, oh, I'm about to just bounce off this fucking game. Hold on, speaking of. Only because someone mentioned, or I saw someone way, like earlier, ask about what Armored Core channel I was talking about earlier, perhaps. Let me show you. I've shown it before. Good one, the newcomer that I keep bringing up, but he's here, and I'm bringing him up for good reason. It's this guy. This guy, the Raven's Nest. This is a cool channel that's sprung up. I'm telling you, this one's pretty cool. I like this one. It's got good shorts that are more like discussion related. He's building up this big old archive of just what the games were. Yeah, love that channel. Do you? Do you now? How did you make your emblem? I actually didn't make the emblem in 6. The one that I have, someone gave me their share code for it, like, way back. Way, like, when the game came out, someone gave me my AC6 emblem. They dropped a share code for this in chat. Like, I remember someone came in and was just like, hey, if you want it, I have a really cool, like, I made the Raven's Nest logo, an emblem in AC6. And they were like, do you want it? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want it. And I got it from them. Oh no, I want... Is it image editor? Yeah. Here, yeah, there it is. Someone came into chat and dropped this for me. There's the code for it. You can see the date is August 27th, 2023 on it. Was that the release date? Hold on, it was something, it was very close to the release date. No, August 24th was the release date. So this was like day 4 of the game being out. Someone gave this to me. And yes, also, if you want this one, because I know people will. There you go. This one's also not mine. This one was given to me. Really does have a familiar voice. Who, the Raven's Nest guy? A lot of people say that. I don't know why. I don't know why everyone thinks he has such a familiar voice. Doesn't sound familiar to me. Searching for that channel and I can't find it. Raven's Nest AC is the like @ for it. The actual handle. That one is easier. If you just type in Raven's Nest AC, it pops up more easily because YouTube search is weird. I wonder why. I can't figure out why everyone always says he sounds so familiar.
戦闘モード起動。
ミッション開始だ。封鎖機構の駐屯部隊を排除しつつエネルギー生成プラントを目指せ。
コード15、所属不明機体と快適した。企業の雇用戦略とついて AC 探知。排除し。
Doing a lot of shilling for this fellow. Yeah. I think someone in chat once thought we were the same person. I don't know why. Can't imagine why. But then someone else said that that his name was Chole. So obviously we're not the same person. Because my name is Chole. So we can't be. I don't know why people think we're the same person though. I just got him to 150. That was satisfying. I'm sure 150 is nice. Nice, good number for him to hit. This new Armored Core guy who definitely, you know, his new adventure into YouTube, which he's probably never done before. I don't know if you have to unsub from this channel to even things out. I don't know about that one. Ow, 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 ow. I don't know if that's necessary, but, you know. Oh, I've been asking this too, because I know that he, you know, he reads this chat, he hangs out and stream from time to time. This is a known thing. If anyone here was like, I would love more Armored Core content on YouTube, like doing fill in the blank, talking about, you know, whatever, what would it be for Mr. Chole from the Raven's Nest? What ideas would you pass along as a viewer, chat? If you were like, I would love more Armored Core content that blank. Such a cool guy for promoting this guy. I know. I'm too generous sometimes, truly. I can't help with that one. Well, Jess might not be able to help with that one, but surely someone has, like, something. Surely. Build optimizing? Like optimizing, like, user builds? Or like what exactly? Be a true hero and fill out the fan wiki? Man, that would be something. Transform the Armored Core wiki single-handedly. Theory, okay. Really makes me wish there was a DLC for this. Well, thankfully, even though there isn't DLC for this, there is like a whole 16 game backlog with this series. It's not lacking in the content department, evidenced by, what was it, 114 days of 100%ing so far. As far as the backlog goes, there's certainly no shortage of Armored Core. Love quoting Sky Eye, and today might be the best day to do so. Why is that?
目標のプラントを確認した。621仕掛けるぞ。
コード5敵 AC を捕捉した。
システムに増援を要請。コード78。
Today's my birthday. Happy birthday. Hold on. Little birthday boss kill. Give it a second.
目標の破壊を確認。
Mostly do PvP so that. I suspect Chole isn't a huge fan though. He might be like a recreational PvP enjoyer, but it seems like he might lean more towards what's it?
コード23。
Towards the PvE, towards the single player content. Certainly. You know that modern military MREs aren't just food stuff? Yeah, they got the little things that make you shit, right?
この識別反応。
The gum. They got gum that make you shit.
期待か。
That's about what I know.
排除しろ。621。特務機体エクトロン V。特定目標の排除を任務とする攻撃だ。パイロットの連絡の意味ではない。まずは片方を潰せ。
You winning? I am winning. Shit. Ow. It feels weird to be so close to done with all of Armored Core. Literally squeezing every bit of playable content out of the entire series. And I'm almost finished, which is a weird feeling. Damn! That was a clean, fast kill on the second one. They got ass tissue, moist towelettes, and matches. Ah.
2機とも撃破しました。
ああ、来ますね。この展開も織り込み済みか。
You're right. Damn it. I've almost, well, I guess aside from like S ranking, I guess I have now played at least all of the single player content available from the entire franchise. Oh, an A rank. Fuck. I might have missed some tanks. Shit. It is about that time though. But I gotta say, for day one of S ranking, that's some solid progress. It shouldn't really take that long. There will be a hole in your soul when you're done. I don't know. Maybe there's a YouTube channel out there that will fill that hole. Who can say? Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, when do your clocks change? Our clocks changed already. It's your clocks that need to change. Unless they just did. Ours changed a couple weeks ago. But it is that time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing Ace Combat. We're doing Metal Gear. We're doing Resident Evil. We're doing Yakuza. I'm doing too much shit, but it's all good shit. So come back for any of it. Oh, yours changed tonight. Okay. Okay. We'll finally be back in sync. I knew that. Also, if you enjoyed on the YouTube side, feel free to leave a like. Algorithm, you know how it goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube or Twitch to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. There's things like, or sorry, on Twitch, they're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. I'm still forgetting about them, about the Twitch stuff, but they're there. Things like Twitter, Discord server. If you're looking for it, you'll find it. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.